Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has affirmed that Libya's stability is integral to Egypt's national security. During a meeting with the Libyan National Army's Commander-in-Chief, Field Marshal Khalifa Haftar, President el-Sisi emphasized Egypt's commitment to supporting Libya's security, unity and sovereignty. El-Sisi also highlighted the importance of a coordinated political roadmap to facilitate simultaneous presidential and parliamentary elections in Libya, while stressing on the necessity of confronting foreign intervention and the withdrawal of foreign troops and mercenaries from all Libyan territories. For his part, Field Marshal Haftar expressed his deep gratitude for Egypt's pivotal role in restoring stability in Libya. The Libyan National Army's Commander-in-Chief also praised Egypt's contribution to Libya's development through exporting its developmental model to the country. Egypt's First Lady, Mrs. Intisar el-Sisi, has stated that the June 30th revolution remains a testament to the awareness, unity and determination of the Egyptian people to protect their nation. In a Facebook post commemorating the revolution's 12th anniversary, Egypt's First Lady praised the Egyptian people's free will and their commitment to protecting Egyptian national identity. Egypt's Prime Minister, Dr. Mustafa Madbouli, has participated in the opening session of the 4th United Nations Conference on Financing for Development in Seville, Spain, representing President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. Speakers, including Spain's Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez and UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, emphasized the importance of fulfilling development financing commitments, reforming international financial institutions, and strengthening multilateral cooperation to support sustainable development and tackle global challenges. Egypt's Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has met with Ayuda NEPAD Executive Director Nardos Bekele Tomas at the 4th UN Conference on Financing for Development in Seville, Spain. Madbouli reaffirmed Spain's support for NEPAD's development goals, focusing on cooperation and sustainable financing with African partners. Bekele Tomas highlighted efforts to launch a development fund and sought Egypt's technical support. Progress on a climate and disaster resilience center was discussed, with Madbouli pledging full backing. Minister Rania Mashad confirmed ongoing coordination to support these initiatives. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and his Palestinian counterpart, Mohammed Mustafa, discussed Egypt's unwavering and continued support for the Palestinian people and their legitimate rights. Prime Minister Madbouli highlighted President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi's efforts to achieve a ceasefire and support the reconstruction of Gaza. He stressed that Egypt remains committed to supporting the Palestinian cause until the Palestinian people attain their just rights, including the establishment of an independent, sovereign state with East Jerusalem as its capital. On behalf of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, Egypt's central bank governor Hassan Abdullah attended the 32nd annual meetings of the African Export-Import Bank in Abuja, Nigeria. Governor Abdullah reaffirmed Egypt's commitment to supporting sustainable development and regional cooperation in Africa. He held key meetings with Gabon's president and the newly elected bank president, Dr. George Elombi, congratulating him and thanking the outgoing President Professor Benedict Orama. Additionally, the governor visited the Central Bank of Nigeria to discuss enhanced cooperation in financial stability, fintech innovation, and cross-border collaboration. The Arab Republic of Egypt has extended its heartfelt condolences to the brotherly nation of Sudan following the tragic collapse of a gold mining site in eastern Sudan, which claimed dozens of lives. In a statement, Egypt affirmed its full solidarity with Sudan as it faces this painful ordeal. The Egyptian government conveyed its sympathies to the Sudanese government, people, and the families of the victims, while wishing a speedy recovery to those injured in the incident. Egypt's House of Representatives has approved a revision to the 2024-2025 state budget, adding 85 billion Egyptian pounds to cover higher interest payments driven by the Egyptian pound's depreciation and rising borrowing costs. Interest rates on public debt climbed to historic levels, with short-term borrowing pushing up debt servicing costs by £57.1 billion. The budget amendment also updates legal treasury schedules for the fiscal year ending June 30th of 2025. The original budget aimed for a 7.3% fiscal deficit and a 3.5% primary surplus, but regional developments may lead to further adjustments. Pharmaceutical sales in Egypt have surged to 96 billion Egyptian pounds, around $1.9 billion in the first quarter of 2025. According to the Egyptian Drug Authority, while sales volume increased by just 6%, the sharp rise in market value was largely due to significant price increases of 30 to 50%, expansion in local production, and the introduction of high-cost treatments like oncology drugs. Local producers currently meet 93% of domestic demand and plan to invest £4 billion to add 20 new production lines this year. Cairo University has officially licensed EasyVent, the first critical care ventilator entirely designed, developed and manufactured in Egypt. Created in partnership with AZ Medical Industries, the device meets international safety and performance standards. Developed through a fully Egyptian scientific, engineering and medical collaboration, EasyVent marks a significant stride towards domestic self-sufficiency in essential medical equipment. The Faculty of Medicine at Cairo University developed the prototype and conducted clinical trials at its continuing medical education center and intensive care unit. Results confirmed the ventilator's effectiveness with no adverse effects or psychological or physiological changes in patients, validating its readiness for critical care use.